Good morning, folks. We are here in Riverside, California. I'm fishing this little pond here that's connected to a golf course. It's on the back side of Lake Evans in Fairmount Park. It's very fishy. Gonna try a drop shot. I got like 5 night crawlers left from the other day. They're still alive and kicking, so this spot is really dope. I've always liked it. I'm assuming there's got to be a bass or two in here somewhere, so I'm gonna just toss this drop shot in and see if I can get anything. All right, see what happens. So I use about half a night crawler, and I hook it through the thicker part, just like this, just like wacky rigged, right? So that when I'm dropping the bait down and lifting it up, the weight is keeping it in place and the worm is doing its thing. It's about 84 degrees in Riverside right now. I was off today from work and I knew I wanted to fish somewhere, so I had to pick a place that I felt like it was going to be shady and I wasn't going to be stuck in the middle of the freaking sun. So that ruled out a couple of the local ponds around me, and I ended up here. I'm just gonna walk around. It's not that big. It's a pretty small pond, but it's nice and shady. So even if I don't catch anything today, I'll be out of the sun. Now I've seen guys catching bluegill right here at this spot, so there might be some decent structure. Let's see if I can get something. It's pretty freaking hot out here, though. There's a whole school. I don't know if the camera picks that up. There's a ton of baby bass in here. Like a lot. There you go. Something took it. Probably bluegill, but he's hitting it. A couple people have been asking me what size hooks I use and what types of hooks I use for drop shot, and just these. Pretty small, but they seem to do the trick. But to tie them, tag in through. Make sure the hook is facing up like this. Give about a foot and a half. It's hard to explain, but I make a loop around, and so it's like a circle with the tag end line this way going down, and then I twist. Don't know if this is the best way to tie a drop shot hook on, but it's been working for me. I haven't really snapped off. So yeah, for me this is kind of what's been working. I just pull it through the back side, pull it out, back down, this, and then it kind of tightens it on each other. Twisted it probably like 6 to 8 times, maybe 8 to 10 times, and that's it. And so you got your nice tag end right here with enough space to tie the drop shot weight, which is something like this. Cylinder drop shot weight. I use a 1/8 ounce for most lakes. If the water is rough, then I'll use a little bit heavier of a weight, but typically this is all you need. So I put a hook in here and I just try to open this up a little bit. Just a tad. There you go. Just to get that eyelet open, because I noticed that if you don't do that, it's too tight. I usually tie it about a foot. Sometimes you can go less if you feel like the fish are deeper. but for me, a foot seems to work just right. And again, all these are rough measurements. Everyone's different, but this is what works for me. And I notice if sometimes it's too long or the weight is too far away, I'm just not getting hits. So in most situations that I've fished in, I'm about a foot or less, I would say. Anytime I'm deeper, maybe it's because I fished like shallow ponds, but anytime I'm beyond that, I'm not really getting any bites. But that's it, guys. For those of you guys that are new to drop shotting or want to learn how to drop shot, that's how I do it. There's plenty of videos out there on how other people do it. Maybe I'm not doing it right or the best way, but for me, this has been working. So I'm gonna stick with it, and let's get back to fishing. Last time, this is where I lost a fish. So there's this sunken log right here, and the fish was chilling parallel to the log. Oh, he took it. Took the worm. What's nice about the drop shot is it's pretty forgiving on your technique. I don't feel like you have to be super skilled to place the bait in front of them. And there's different opportunities for the fish to hit. So they could hit as the worm is dropping to the bottom. They could hit if it's on the bottom, and they could hit if you're tightening the line and leaving it suspended. Or they could even hit as you start to reel in and relocate the bait. So it's pretty forgiving of a technique. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you're a newer fisherman, you don't really have the control or the precision that, you know, people that have been fishing for a long time, you know, for bass and stuff have. So I think that's why it's also one of my favorite ways to fish. Is it's not necessarily a lazy way to fish, but it's just very effective. And sometimes I prefer it more than tossing lures out, because sometimes with lures I feel like either I'm not reeling it in fast enough, slow enough, maybe I'm not using the right rod or reel, the right line, not the right season. So there's so many factors that can slow down your bite by fishing with most traditional lures. But yeah, that's just what I've observed. I think that's kind of why this has been one of my favorite ways to fish recently. I think that's why I've been so obsessed with trying to learn how to do it. It's actually not very difficult, but once you learn how to tie the rig, that's really half the battle. Fishing, it really, like I said, is not super complex. You just cast it out, fish around structure, let it drop to the bottom. You can let it sink all the way, lift your rod tip up, keep your line tight, and just feel the bite. This water's pretty shallow. Looks like it's maybe 2 feet deep. Go, give him a hit. Come on, something. There you go. First bass of the day, y'all. Ooh, he's a nice chunky little junior pee-wee football looking. Whew. Alrighty. Come on, buddy. Calm down a little bit and I'll unhook you. Hey, you made me lose my weight. Aggressive. I want to hook myself. There you go. Yeah, nice little guy. There you go. Nice little spotted bass. Beautiful little fish. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Back in the water. Alright guys, got the skunk out of the way. See if I can pull one or two more out of today, and I'll be pretty excited. What is going on over there? Did I hit a school? They're just swimming away with it. Maybe it's a school of bluegill, because they're just chipping at it. Alright guys, we're down to the fourth quarter here. Final minutes of the game. There's definitely a bunch of fish in the middle of this pond. They're hitting. They're probably smaller guys. But they're pretty aggressive. I don't know what I'm snagging on over there though. I'm like hitting something. And whatever I'm hitting, they're right above. And they took my worm. And that's gonna call it a day. At least I didn't get skunked. At least you guys are gonna get a new video. And I guess that's it. Have a good one, guys.